Welcome here, ladies and gentlemen, to the Pictou County Wellness Center in Stellarton, Nova Scotia. For this matchup between the Weeks and the Subs, this is a do or die game for the Steele Subaru. Coming into this, losing 2-3 in the series against the Weeks. If the Weeks win this one, they'll head to the Phil Herrick Cup Finals against the Halifax Max, the first place team for the regular season. Puck drop for the first period is about to be underway, and we'll start this game here on this Saturday evening. Couldn't ask for a better game. Highly anticipated matchup. Players are ready to go. And here we go. Right off the draw, Subs trying to get it back. Croft pushing that one into the corner, looking for an option. Paplinski playing that around. He's back in the lineup. The Steele Subaru's captain, and a big hit there. Flipped back, Bircham, and that one gets poked by. It'll go all the way down. Serhando playing that one. Weeks will battle for it in their own end now. Brian in there. He'll wait in front of the net. Weeks will start to break out now. Kidd with it. He'll bring it into the neutral. Kidd, nice move there, but he gets shut down immediately. Now going the other way, Subs over to Tremblay. He's in, and it's going to get called down for offside. What a golden opportunity for Tremblay. Just a couple feet offside there. A close one. So the draw here, just outside the weak zone. One over to Fraser. He'll push it through on the boards. They'll battle for it right in front of the Steele bench. McQueen grabbing it. He'll move it. Subaru breaking in. Carver after it. Williams will get there first and try and play it out of the corner. Moved over. McQueen playing it in front. Taken back there by McKenzie. He'll move it to the neutral. Carver trying to keep that one in. Sim has it. He'll flip it over to McKenzie. McKenzie back for Williams. Williams working his way through. Couple nice moves there. Williams is in. He'll go deep into the corner and play it around. Conley couldn't get his stick on it. Paplinski trying to play it out. Carver will grab it and throw it out to the neutral. McKenzie trying to dump it right back in, but he gets pressured as Conlon tries to bring this one through. Sim tried to get onside, and he did, but just a little too late. Conlon couldn't make it past. So we'll have another whistle here. Draw just outside the Subaru zone now. One back by the Weeks. Move to Sullivan. Sullivan crosses red and he'll dump it in. Pugsley chasing. Down behind the net. We're going to get a tripping call here against the Weeks. As that's played over, Pugsley touches it there. And the Subs will go on the power play first. And extremely early in this first period. It's a tripping call. And it'll be served to Ewan White. So the Subs send out their power play squad, hoping to get on the board early here and push some momentum. Weeks looking to kill this one off. Here we go. Fraser wins it right back, moved around by McCachran. And it's played out by McIntosh there down the length of the ice. The Weeks clear it early. Cole out. He'll play that off for McPhee. They don't know what to do with it. Paplinski will go back for it. Paplinski flipping that one in. Now Tremblay will chase, trying to get there. It's played around. Fraser's got it, and he'll clear it again. Weeks get it down the length of the ice there. Paplinski again with it. He'll bring this one through. Crosses red, dumps it right back in. A hard shot there. Weeks trying to get it. Serhando will get it, and he'll go for the clear attempt. Just kept in there by McPhee. Paplinski a shot on. Rebound. Shoots just out. Ryan playing it back in front. Paplinski shot. Blocked in front. Another shot. McPhee putting it in deep. Tremblay on. And that one, I didn't see where that went, but we'll get some pushing and shoving. Looks like Serhando kept it out. A couple of big chances for the Subs. They just have a minute left on the power play. We'll set up to the left of Serhando. Sim wins the drawback for the Weeks, but Sparks pushing right in there. And they'll go at it in the corner. It's out. McQueen up to Munden at the line. Shot on, blocked in front by Sim. And that'll go back down to the Subs end. Subs curling through now. McQueen poked that away, but it's onto the stick of Carver. He'll work back around Serhando, excuse me. Carver into the corner. And it's almost cleared out there. McQueen keeps it in. Moves it to Munden. Munden a shot on. Rebounds alive in front, and it's covered up by Serhando. Both teams will get some fresh legs out there. Weeks have just 23 seconds left on their penalty, excuse me. As they push for this one. Doing a great job of killing it. A couple close chances for the Subs, however. Push back, McQueen. Hands it to Henry. Henry a shot on, blocked in front by McIntosh. Over to Munden. Shot on there. And it goes off the pad of Serhando, keeping that one out. Munden keeping it in at the line. Tries to play it over. Carver will pick it up. Curling, trying to get it over to Sparks. McIntosh will clear it there, and the Weeks have killed off their penalty. And the Weeks bench not happy about that icing call. So we will have the draw in the Weeks zone here. Battle for it at the dot. Turner, shot on, and a big save there from Serhando. Moved around, Land trying to keep it in at the line. He'll have to battle with Punsley. Move back, Cameron. Plays it over to Burcham, trying to clear it out. It's back, White. Now pushing through, fresh out of the box, White. Playing it over to McIntosh, trying to push it by. As that gets fired back to the neutral. Cameron, moving it to McKenzie. McKenzie flipping it in. Duffy will grab that one. McIntosh moving. He'll throw it in. Land. Trying to get it up. A big hit there from McKenzie. And we're going to get a penalty here against the Weeks once again. So the Subs will go right back to the power play. Nick McKenzie heading to the box there. I believe cross-checking. So the Weeks will have to kill off another one. Subs, another chance to strike early. As they trail in this series. Moved over, shot on. That one goes just wide. Paplinski will pick up the rebound. Trying to get it up to McPhee at the line. He'll take a shot, blocked by McIntosh. Back to McPhee at the line. He'll curl in, a shot on. Tips off the leg of Bryan. Up to Paplinski. Shot on once again. And it flips into the opposite corner. McPhee, 1T goes way wide. Tremblay to Paplinski, another shot. And that was an uncomfortable hit. I believe that's McIntosh who went down there. He's back up and all right as the Weeks clear it. Paplinski throwing that one through, intercepted. They try and break their way in. It goes off for Frazier. He'll fire it down. Now Sim trying to beat Paplinski there. Sim trying to feed it over to Frazier. Pass was blocked. Frazier gets it. He'll curl back into the corner. Frazier to Sim. They need some help. They'll throw it back into the neutral for Burcham. Burcham flips that one up high, intercepted by Munden. Munden bringing it through now, poked away by Burcham as he dumps it in. Williams firing that around. Carver will keep it in at the line. Munden throwing it on. Williams will clear that one with just 25 seconds left on the week's penalty. Suves will grab it and they'll try and push back in again. Munden moving that one over. Henry, he'll circle back. Suves will take their time here and try and set something up. Flip through, McLean playing it back to Henry. Over Carver, a shot goes just wide. And Henry couldn't get the shot off for the rebound. Now Kidd the other way, pushing through. Nathan Kidd taken down. And now we'll have a penalty going against the Suves. McLean will head to the box here. And now a Weeks power play. I believe that was a holding call. It's Hunter McLean. As we have a draw here in the Suves end. Weeks on the power play. They'll try and clear it here. Scotland getting it down. Burgess pushing through. He'll try and get there. But Serhando will call his bluff and hold it. Give it off for Burcham. Burcham crossing blue. He'll bring it into the Suves end. Lost that one. It's kept in. And it'll trickle right onto Will Cole. He'll cover it up for a quick whistle. Interference call is what was called on McLean not holding, excuse me. So the draw here to the left of Will Cole. And here we go. Frazier trying to win that one back. There was no defense there. Sim will go after it. Sim sauces it over to Cameron. Cameron having a look. Back for Sim. Sim working through now. Loses that one and it's cleared right down by Max Bryan. Williams looking for an option. He'll leave it back for Cameron. Cameron tries to feed it through. Fanned on, but Ryan will grab it and try and bring it the other way. It's back. Williams. Flipped in there. Paplinski shuts him down. It's back for Duffy. And the Suves doing a great job at keeping the Weeks out of the zone completely here. Sim has this one, brings it into the neutral. He'll decide to dump it, and he'll go after it. Henry trying to get there first. It's played around. Williams at the line. He'll work his way in. Williams, one of the best offensive defensemen on this week's roster. Sim, Williams, a shot on, and it flips right in for Conlon, but he can't get the shot off. A weird bounce there, and the Suves will clear it with just 20 seconds left on the week's power play. Williams trying to flip it by as Henry loses his stick, no call. Kept just in by Cameron there. Cameron curling, shot on, and it's blocked in front. Henry trying to get that one around. Conlon picks up the rebound. Conlon getting some pressure from Scotland, trying to push him off. And it's flipped to the outside board. We're back to 5-on-5 as McIntosh keeps it in. It's back for Scotland. Move to Smith. Smith flipping it up. McLean tipping that one into the weak zone. Sullivan's back for it. He'll fire it around. McIntosh tipping that one out to the neutral. It's back. McCachran in his own end to Sullivan. Sullivan firing that one down. And McIntosh got the tip in there. Paplinski trying to play it around for McLean. And that'll go down the length of the ice. for a Subs icing. Some players to watch here on this week's roster. An extremely important one, Ethan Frazier, their top scorer. Game 3, even recording a hat trick here in this series. And that list also said to keep an eye out for Jake Thorne. Serhando's in the nets tonight for the Weeks, but to be honest, they're both incredible goaltenders. They've been both holding up their own this season, and that's why the Weeks are here as well as the Subs. Both great teams. As Williams trying to flip this one in, it'll go back to the neutral. McKenzie back in his own end. He'll flip it through. Kidd curling around, trying to bring this one in. A nice move. Kidd, a shot. And it hits off Paplinski's stick and goes high up into the netting. Draw here in the Subs zone. Green trying to win this one back, doesn't go super far as the Subs get it out to the neutral there. Burcham with it now. He'll fire that one over. Tanner trying to push it by. Couldn't get it there. Carver trying to force this one into the Week's end. Turned over, Munden a shot on and a glove save. Jared Serhando keeps this thing tied at 0. Comes way out for it and robs Munden. No better reason to have a short break here as we're past the 10-minute mark. Players will get a quick breather and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back here, folks. Players are back from their break as we get ready for the second half of the first period. Draw here's in the weak zone. The puck is dropped, pushed by Conlon. He's trying to get it out. Tipped right back in to the weak zone. Move to Burcham. Burcham moving that one up. Frazier gets intercepted there by Duffy as they try and play it back. Subs have possession. McQueen firing that one down. A nice pass to Munden. Munden a toe drag. Feeds it in. Carver couldn't get that on his stick. What a golden play there. Munden keeping that one in still. The forecheck. Played over. Cameron to Sim. Sim working his way in. And that'll get shut down for an offside against the Weeks. Both teams, get some fresh legs out there. Draw just outside the Subs zone. Battle for it at the dot. It's back. Paplinski moving it to Scotland. Scotland flips that one in to the weak zone. So they try and play it in front. McCachran keeping Max Bryan to a standstill. Bryan will get it out up to the line, and Henry couldn't keep it in as he flips that one down. Serhando back for Sullivan as the Weeks try and break out. McCachran getting it up to McIntosh, who tips that one in. Pugsley in the corner with it. Henry will take it off his stick and start to move it the other way. getting it up to Tremblay. Fired back down by Sullivan. Into the possession of Scotland. Has it in his own zone. He'll flip that off the boards for Tremblay. Back for Scotland. Stretch pass down. Ryan couldn't fully reach it there, so he'll go into the corner with it, avoiding the hit, circling around the back of the net, tries to get it up to the line. Now the other way, Nathan Kidd working through. He has some room, a shot, and a big save there. Goes for the wraparound. I can't even explain what just happened. Nathan Kidd, the initial shot on, tries to go around for the wraparound, loses his footing, and it goes right into the slot, and it almost gets tipped in by Max Bryan. Moved over to Tremblay now. Shot on. Stick save there by Serhando. Paplinski getting tied up over there with Kidd. Now they'll share some words of encouragement. Seems like they want to dance. You gotta love it. Weeks will get a quick change here as we set up for the draw in the Weeks zone to the right of Jared Serhando. McDonald trying to win that one back, but the Weeks get it. Burcham bringing that one over to Cameron. Tipped in there by Sim. Now Conlon chasing. Frazier trying to get ready in the slot here. Tries to flip it in front. Controlled by Paplinski. He'll bring it the other way. McLean flipping that one in. Burcham picking up the rebound. He'll bring it right back the other way for the Weeks. Burcham shut down at the line there. McLean flipping it back into the neutral. Smith on Frazier's tail as they turn it over. And the Subs throw it in. They'll go off for a change. Fire down there, intercepted. Land going the other way. Shot on. And that hits off the glove of Serhando, excuse me. Now a battle for it in the corner. Move through, Cameron. Flipping that one, trying to get it to Frazier. But Duffy shuts him down. Now Sparks racing for it. McCachran will get there first and play it out to the neutral, where it's dumped right back in on net. Sullivan picking it up. He'll fire that down, trying to get it to Green. And that'll be a Weeks icing, because he couldn't get the tip there. Just a little over 6 minutes left to go here. In this first period, we're still scoreless. Shots 8-5 in the Subs' favor, as they've been pushing a little bit more offense here, doing a great job of keeping the Weeks out for the most part. But obviously both teams giving a couple chances here and there. As it goes up to the line, Scotland throwing that in deep to the Weeks end. Munden trying to get there. White will take it. Moves it back for Sullivan. Sullivan stretches it up to White. White, a nice move. He'll dump that one in. Green chasing. Holds it. White to the line. Sullivan over. McCachran a shot on. That one goes just wide. And a big hit there by Sullivan as it gets cleared out back to the Weeks zone. McCachran picking it up. He'll cross red and dump that one in on net. Green chasing the rebound. Throws it back in to the corner. Henry getting it to Ryan. Ryan, a nice feed to McQueen to Munden. Munden working his way in, but Williams keeps him to the boards. Feeds it over. Ryan, a shot and a pad save there. Rebound, Paplinski. And that one goes just wide. Munden circling again. Another shot goes wide there. McPhee racing in for the rebound. Tries to get it to Ryan. Plays it back in. Weeks trying to flip it out, and they will. They get it out to the neutral. No icing here. McPhee circling through. A nice feed to Tremblay. He'll get around Williams. Tremblay's in. And he's taken down there. We might see a penalty shot here, I'm not sure. We might just see a tripping penalty, but it will be against Lawrence Williams. Not enough room there for a penalty shot, but still a power play opportunity for the Subs. As we are late in this first period. So the draw here in the weak zone. Subs, another opportunity to get up on the board. 0-2 on the power play so far tonight. Goes up to the line. McPhee playing that one over. Ryan shot on, blocked in front by McCachran. Ryan tries to feed it up to the line. It'll sneak out to the neutral. Over to Paplinski. Paplinski playing it back for McPhee. McPhee crossing red now. Hands it off for Brian. Brian over to Tremblay. Tremblay taking his time. He'll play it in deep. Brian up to McPhee. McPhee to Paplinski. He'll take a shot on. Gloved up there by Sorrento. And of course, Max Bryan getting in the dirty areas. He'll get a little push and shove here, but he plays his role. As we set up again here. As that one's played back by the weak. Sullivan trying to clear it. He'll move it. White bringing it through. He'll dump it in on net there. Ryan grabbing it. White chasing. Trying to hold him back there. As the Subs have possession now, just a minute left on their power play. Bringing this one in. Ryan shut down, but Paplinski recovers and throws it back in. Ryan battling for it there, taken down by McCachran. Now McIntosh with it. McIntosh fires it down, and the Weeks will get a well-needed change. Now Subs the other way. McPhee fires that one in, blocked by Cameron, and that's offside. So the play will get blown down here. Draw just outside the weak zone. One back by the Subs. McQueen will take this one back into his end. Moving it into the weak zone now. Bertram back in the corner, trying to clear it. It's up to the line. Munden, a shot on, tipped in front, and it's saved by Serhando and cleared by Frazier with just 10 seconds left on the Subs power play. And they'll wait this one out. Played over, and McQueen couldn't get his stick on that one. We're back to 5-on-5 as Duffy has it. Duffy flipping that one into the weak's end. Serhando will settle it down there for Bertram. Gets that to Cameron. Over to Frazier. Ethan Frazier now bringing this one through. He'll dump it into the corner. Conlon trying to race there. It'll go to Land. Conlon getting his stick. Frazier a shot on. That goes wide. An awkward angle. McKenzie a shot. Rebounds alive in front. Controlled there. A good play as Smith takes it the other way. Smith crossing through. Taken down by Williams. Now move to Conlon. He'll flip it by. And back out into the Subs end. Duffy back for it. Duffy taking his time in his zone. As he'll start to break it out now, he'll curl back right behind his net. Waiting for the right moment as Smith gets tangled up there on the boards. It's pushed back. Williams flipping this one through, turned over. It's over for McDonald. He's in. A shot. And a save there. Rebound cleared out to Conlon. Sirhanda with a big save. McDonald in again. Shot on. And that flips high into the opposite corner. Croft moving that one. Kidd flips it to McKenzie, which tipped out of his hands by McDonald, who flips that one right in. Just under a minute left to go here. Croft leaving that one for McKenzie. McKenzie playing it off the boards, is turned over. Max Bryan working in. A shot on. That one goes high and around. Henry keeps it in at the line. Bryan playing it in front. Picked up there. Tremblay. Paplinski shot. And it's gloved up there by Jared Sirhando. And we'll get some pushing and shoving in front of the net. I mean, what's new? This has been an extremely heated series. These teams just don't like each other, I guess you could say. With 36 seconds left to go here. We'll set up in the week's end. We'll battle for it. Tremblay with it. Gets it up to the line for Henry. Henry curling, throws that back into the corner for Tremblay. Moved around. Paplinski trying to keep it in. He will, as he throws it in for Ryan. Moved around. Tremblay. Bryan plays it over. Tremblay couldn't get the shot off. Now Frazier with it. Trying to poke it through. Frazier getting by. Trying to get the shot off. Goes a little too far, and he'll get hit into the boards there. With just 3 seconds left to go, Paplinski throws it down the length of the ice. And we'll finish in a tough fashion here, the first period. Well, there you have it. A back and forth first period. I think we had over, 4 penalties called there. Still nothing to nothing as we head into the second. Shots 13-8 for the Subs. Both teams will head back to their locker rooms, take a breather, and talk plans for the second period. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back here, ladies and gentlemen. Second period about to be underway between the Weeks and the Subs. Game 6. If the Weeks win this one, they'll head to the Phil Herrick Cup Finals. It's the Halifax Max. If the Subs win it, they push it to Game 7. Do or die for both teams, that would be. And it goes back to Dartmouth. Both teams are getting ready to line up here. A couple players to watch for on the Subs. Chase Munden, especially this game, a lot of close chances, but Will Cole keeping them in this one, as well as Jared Serhando on the Weeks. Both just fantastic goaltenders. A lot of these games have been a battle between the goaltenders, and that's what we have right now, folks, as we're 0-0 heading into the second. And here we go. Subs get it off the draw early. Henry playing it over. Scotland throws that one down into the weak zone. Serhando playing it around. Cohen Tanner trying to get it up to Kidd. It's kept in. McQueen racing after it. He'll have to battle with McCacken for it. Turned over McQueen in the slot. Taken right back by Kidd. He'll go the other way. Nathan Kidd with Cohen Tanner. Kidd tries to toe drag around Scotland, and he'll make a collision there with Cohen Tanner. Played in front. Big chance there. Munden shot on. Couldn't get the full power behind that one. It'll go wide. Weeks breaking it out. A little too far ahead there. Scotland will get back for it. No icing on this play. It slips out of the hands there of Land. Kidd battling. Land throwing that around to the opposite side. Conlon will get there. Now Land moving it over. Tremblay dumping that one in to the weak zone. Ryan will get there. Circling around, looking for an option. Hands it off for Duffy. He moves it in. Tremblay. Rim it around the boards for Land. He couldn't fully get that one. Conlon smoked there by Duffy as this puck goes back for Williams. He'll get a stretch pass to McKenzie, who tips that one in. Duffy with possession. Duffy looking for an option. He'll fire that one down. Intercepted there. Sim throwing off that one. Now Max Bryan sprays it in, and it's intercepted there. Duffy a shot on. Big save by Jared Serhando. Poked back in by Tremblay. And Williams fans of the pass there, excuse me. Sim trying to play it out. Back for Sullivan. He'll move it to Conlon. Conlon will fire it back down to the neutral where Land will grab it. Duffy flipping that off the glass. Sullivan will pick it up. Trying to dump that one back in as it's moved into the Subs zone. Land gets there first. He'll get it around the boards. Up to the neutral where McLean couldn't grab that one. Now as they push in, a nice move there. Taken back by Pugsley. A good defensive play to shut down Smith, excuse me. Over to Papelinski, who loses that one. Pugsley in, a shot. And that one goes just high. What a shot there, just a couple inches lower, and that would have been off the crossbar and in. As Papelinski's taken down there by Burcham. Cameron moving that one. Back to Cameron. He'll skate in with this one, poking it by. And that goes on to Will Cole, who will cover it up for the whistle. And now Papelinski and Cameron will get tied up in the corner. So the draw will be back here in the Subs zone. One back by the Subs. Henry trying to play it out. Sparks gets tied up there. It's kept in at the line by Kidd. He'll get hit off it, however, and Henry throws it up and it hits the netting. Draw again here to the right of Will Cole. In the soup zone. Kidd taking the draw against Burgess. As that one flips up on the glass. Swain in there. We'll move it for Kidd. Kidd in the slot. A shot on by Croft. And a big save by Cole. Now the Soup's trying to get it out here. Battle for it on the boards. Kept in by Swain. But not for long as it's moved to Ryan. Ryan will dump that one in. Sorhando trying to play it around. Turns it over, but Bertram will battle for it. As well as Kidd getting in there. Ryan comes in and steals that one, but it gets turned over. Croft playing it back. Now Kidd the other way. Bringing this one through, trying to get around Scotland. He will, but he couldn't get the shot off. What a chance there for Nathan Kidd. Another one. McKenzie back for it. Stretch pass to Swain. Swain leaving that one for Croft. Back to Swain. Trying to flip it into the slot, and they score! Nick McKenzie opens up the scoring. What a goal! Nick McKenzie taps in the rebound and puts the Weeks up by 1. What a great play there. What a saucer pass from Eli Swain, excuse me. Feeding it into the slot. The initial shot didn't go in, but McKenzie rushed in after it into the slot and backhanded that one in. Weeks up 1-0. And McCachran trying to push by here. Conlon working in. He'll go into the corner. Conlon taking off his stick. A good defensive play there by McQueen. Sullivan, a shot on, goes wide. As that one goes down the length of the ice here, back into the weak zone. McCachran moving it for Sullivan. He'll get hit by Munden. As that one flips back to the neutral, Peplinski tipping that one in. Weeks in their own zone. McCachran, a stretch pass to Eisner, who tips it in as Peplinski loses his footing. Eisner behind the net looking for an option, feeds it into the slot, rebounds alive. Trying to poke that one in. Sim didn't get the initial forehand shot. Got the backhand one, but by that time Cole was there. Now Frazier, shot! And that one goes off the outside of the netting. Tremblay firing it off the boards, kept in by Williams. Good hand-eye there. Shot on, goes wide. McKenzie, again, a shot. Tipped in front as it hits off Peplinski. Sim in the corner, plays it in, a shot on. Kept out. Eisner trying to move it to Sim, but a big hit there by McQueen. As they try and keep this one out, it's moved right back in. Shot on. And it's covered up there by Will Cole. As he makes a big few saves there, and now we're going to get a little scrum. An interesting team sign there. I believe that is the Werewolf Bombers. But the draw here will be in the soup zone. One back by the Weeks to the line. Cameron, a quick shot, goes wide. Bertram trying to keep it in. He'll get held by Scotland against the boards. As they try and flip this one out. And it'll hit the netting. Soups cannot get out here. Weeks doing a great job of coming out in the second period and pushing the offense. They've now tied the shots up 14-14. And obviously have gotten that almighty first goal of the game. But now the Soup's the other way. They'll pick it up now. Taken right back. Cohen Tanner throwing that in. A good forecheck there. Getting his stick in the slot. And a big hit. Turns it over for White. White in the corner. Gets it up to Bertram. Shot on. And it tipped up high into the netting. Another good chance for the Weeks. now they'll send out Kidd, Swain, and Croft. A few great shooters there. With Bertram and Cameron on the line still. Draw here in the Subs end. Subs get a couple fresh legs out there as well. Max Bryant taking the draw. He'll battle for it. I believe that's Kidd in there, and he'll get kicked out. So Croft will come in against Max Bryant. And Bryant gets it back. Duffy moving it around. Sparks flipping it up the boards. Tipped by Bryant trying to push it through. And a couple bodies go down there. And I believe that whistle was for an offside. Don't think there's any penalty on this play. So the draw now just outside the weak zone. Kidd will get back in the draw here against Max Bryant. One back by the Subs. Land moving it over. Dumped in there by Duffy. Serhando out of the net to play it. He fires it around the boards to Croft. Croft feeding it up for Kidd. Kidd taken down there by Duffy. What a hit. Kidd regains possession here. He'll try and bring it in again. Hooked up. Weeks bench not happy about this. Oh, and they will get a penalty. And Croft, a big cross check there after the whistle onto Max Bryan. That might throw away the Weeks power play here. But we'll have to see what is called. Burgess going to the box for hooking. And the refs won't call any more penalties here. So a Weeks power play. They'll throw out Sim, Williams, Conlon, Frazier, and Cameron. Some of their best shooters. Conlon and Sim, both great playmakers as well. Sim loves to set up behind the net in the offensive zone, so watch for that. The puck is dropped. Subs will get it back quick. Scotland looking for an option, tries to push this one through, and the Subs cleared early. As this one goes down the length of the ice here. Williams grabbing this one. He'll curl back into the neutral. Lawrence Williams moving it to Frazier. Back to Williams. He'll take his time in the corner. Feeds it back up. Cameron over to Sim. Sim will switch spots with Cameron. Passes a little off there. Cameron recovers. In for Conlon, who gets pinned against the boards there by Peplinski. It's back for Ethan Frazier. Frazier. Sim plays it over Williams. A shot on. And a big save there by Will Cole. Weiss will get fresh legs out there with a minute 16. With a minute 16 left in the power play. Kidd taking the draw here for the Weeks against Ryan. Cole noticing a hole in the ice here. They'll try and patch this one up. And that one seems to be good to go. We'll get back to the game here. Minute 16 left on the Weeks power play. Subs doing a good job of killing this one off, as we'll have to redraw here. And the Subs win it back and try and clear it out. Burgess, excuse me, will get it down. Serhando out of the net to make a play as he settles it down for Bertram. Bertram curling through. He'll drop it. McKenzie over. Kidd, a nice move there. Plays it in for Tanner. Shot on. And it's kept out by Cole. Now to the line. Bertram to McKenzie. Back to Bertram. Has Ryan on him. Bertram shot on. Rebounds alive in front. And Cole does the laydown technique. Keeps that one out. A great play there, Will Cole on his A game, trying to keep the Subs in this one as they trail in this series. And the draw here again in the Subs zone. One back by the Weeks. Kidd at the line. He'll take a shot on, blocked in front there. Now Scotland clears it the other way with just 30 seconds left on that Subs penalty kill. Burcham, back for McKenzie. Playing that one over. Kidd working in, plays it back, and McKenzie looking for his second. Couldn't get the tip there. Tanner trying to get that one back from Scotland. They'll battle for it. McKenzie now trying to take this one out. It's in front. Weeks up to the line. Burcham, we're back to 5-on-5. Kidd couldn't get the full power on the 1-2 there. He'll take another shot. Rebound pops out. Tanner grabbing it. He'll try and play it back in front. And McKenzie can't reach that one. It'll sneak out to the neutral. Burcham dumping it right back on. And the Weeks will get a change here. Sim with a hit there. And now we're going to get a penalty against you and Sim. So now Subs, after spending a fair amount of time in the defensive zone, will get set up for an opportunity to tie things up. And there isn't a better opportunity than this. I believe this is their fourth power play of the game, still 0-3, so we'll see what they can do on this one. They are due, in my books at least, as they get it back to Henry. Henry to Munden. Playing it over McQueen, a shot on, and a big blocker save there from Serhando. Munden playing that one around. McQueen playing it over to Henry. Munden, shot on, goes wide there. McQueen will pick up the rebound. McQueen working in, plays it over. Munden, Henry to McQueen. Plays it in, rebound in front. And it's covered up there by Serhando. Big save there. Serhando keeping them shut down. 1:25 left to go here on the Subs power play. One back by the Weeks. Sullivan moving it around, but it goes right up to the line. Munden trying to play this one in. Carver behind the net. Playing it off the boards to McQueen. McQueen couldn't keep that one in. White chasing it the other way. As McQueen has it. Drops it off for Munden. Munden crossing red. He'll bring this one in. And it's cleared back down there by Captain Tyler Sullivan. The Subs will have to regroup with just 48 seconds left on their power play. Munden dumping it in there. Serhando playing it around, and McCachran will just try and hold it. And that sneaks out, to the neutral zone. And we'll get a hand pass call here against the Subs. So a quick whistle with exactly 30 seconds left on their power play. We're past the 10-minute mark here, so players will get a quick breather, and we'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back here. Players are back out, ready to finish off this second period. Again, still 30 seconds left on the Subs power play. As they have 5-on-4, draw will be just outside their zone due to a hand pass. And here we go. Battle for it at the dot, thrown in there. McCachran trying to get his stick back out of the arm of Brian as it goes back. Paplinski moving it through. Brian tipping that one in. Brian trying to get there. Sues with possession up to the line. Kept in by McPhee. In deep for Ryan. Ryan to Paplinski. A shot on. And a glove save there from Jared Sarhando. Draw here, back in the weak zone. 6 seconds left here on this Subs power play. Trying to tie things up. Not sure what that whistle was for. We'll redraw here. McPhee. Playing that one over. Paplinski a shot on, blocked in front by Burcham. So try and keep this one in. Played around back behind the Weeks net. McIntosh trying to flip it out. It'll stay in. It's turned to Burcham, turned over there. Up to the line. Brian, a shot on. Rebound's alive, and that one goes just wide. Paplinski. An extremely close chance as it goes back for Ryan. Ryan waiting for it up to the line. McPhee, shot on. Big save there, rebound. And Ryan couldn't get his stick on it. It'll stay out. And flip to the neutral. Paplinski throws it right back on. Bertram grabs it. We're back to 5-on-5. Flip through. Ewan Sim. Giving it to McIntosh, who will throw that in. No ice here. And it's flipped up high. McKenzie with it. Intercepted by McDonald. He'll get some help. Moving it to Sim. As he tries to curl past McPhee, he's tied up. Still gets the shot on. And it's into the glove of Cole. Shots 21-18 in favor of the Weeks as they set up in the Subs zone here. They have that power play line out there for the forwards as it's played around. McLean trying to flip it out for the Subs. Gets it back for Henry, and he'll flip it way up high and back down to the weak zone. No icing here. Williams is back for it. Trying to bring this one through. Poked there by McLean. And he'll throw it right back in. Sim back for it. Moves it. Now Williams firing that one over to Conlon. Conlon dumps it in. Henry trying to get there first. He'll get tied up with Conlon. McKenzie over to Williams. Trying to poke it by. Smith keeps him to the wall as he dumps it in. Frazier now. Trying to play that one in for Sim. He's trying to get it to set up behind the net. Gets it to Frazier. Frazier throwing it right back into the corner. Sim plays it into the slot. No one was there as it's turned over. Subs. Scotland with it. He'll flip it out to the neutral. Williams. Land with it, trying to poke this one by, intercepted. And Williams tried to wait to get onside there, but he's pushed in, and that'll be an offside call against the Weeks with 5:57 left to go here. Draw here. One back by the Week. Sullivan moving it over. McCacker gets it off the boards and dumps that one in. Duffy couldn't control it, so Croft takes it into the slot. A shot on for Kidd. Flips up high and almost bounces in. What a chance as it goes around. Sullivan pinching to keep this one in. Pugsley in there as well. Burgess in there battling, trying to get it, but it's off for Kidd. Kidd to the line. Sullivan to McCacker, shot on. That one goes wide. Rebound flips just behind. Kidd trying to wrap it around. It's played off the board. Sullivan dumping that one in. Pass went a little wonky there as Carver gets it out. Back to Carver. He'll take a shot on. And it's flipped to the corner off the stick of Serhando. Paplinski. A 1-T goes right into the glove. Jared Serhando keeps the door shut there. And Kidd and Carver will have to be separated. And the draw here in the weak zone. Just 5 minutes and 4 seconds left in this second frame. Supes desperately trying to get one here, preferably before the third period. A shot on, goes high from Paplinski. Bryan in there battling. Bryan in there helping out as well as they get it to the line. McPhee, Paplinski, a shot on, and it's covered up by Serhando. Draw here, one back by the Subs. Paplinski moving it over. McPhee. Paplinski, a shot. That one goes wide.
Congratulations to Devin Stewart.
Carver trying to bring this one out. He's being held to the boards there by McIntosh. Now Weeks the other way as they try and break this one out. It's Bircham. Flipping it up to Cameron, to White. White working in. A shot on. And a glove save there from Will Cole. A big one at that. The shot was screened in front. He went to the right side, realized the shot was coming to the left, and he quickly throws the leg up, gets back, and gloves that one up. Will Cole is playing a great game here for the Subs. Draw here in the Subs end. Battle for it at the dot. It'll go back for Henry. Henry working through. Intercepted by Conlon. He'll try and take it the other way. Poked out of his hands. But it's moved. Back into the Subs zone. Henry moving it over. Scotland trying not to lose this one as he gets it out to the neutral. Still with it. Poked out of his possession. Sim moves it in for Conlon, who's shut down there by Henry. And they won't call this one. Weeks wanted an interference call there as it's back. Burgess moving that around to Henry. Ryan pushing by is Max Bryan. Plays it over. Ryan. A backhand shot tipped in front, goes back behind Serhando. Now Ethan Frazier the other way. The Week's top scorer this season gets it over to Conlon. And we're going to get a penalty here against the Subs. McKenzie trying to shake this one off. So now a Weeks power plays. They try and get another one on the board here to extend their lead. they set up here in the Sub zone. Croft getting that one back with his foot. Bertram to Kidd. Playing that one over. A shot on. McKenzie. That gets blocked in front. Rebounds alive. Still there, and it's in! The Weeks go up 2-0. Cohen Tanner tips that one in. What a goal for the Weeks. What a great goal. Cohen Tanner puts the Weeks up 2-0. As the Weeks dump that one in. A little info I learned about Cohen Tanner this morning is that he was a top 10 defenseman in the league last season with the Rush. And playing defense there, and then he came over to the Weeks and they fit him into the roster, putting him up on forward, and obviously it's working out well for him as he puts the Weeks up 2-0 here. McIntosh is shot on. Covered up by Will Cole. And McKenzie, of course, getting a second point today. Getting the first one for the Weeks and the assist there. Croft getting that one as well. 2:40 left to go here in the second period. Puck is dropped, one back to the line. Bertrand just keeps it in with a quick shot. That flips wide. Trying to play it in front. Puck's bouncing around there. Scotland keeps it, and he'll try and play it out here. Avoids the hit from Frazier, gets it back to Henry. As he moves it to Carver. Carver flipping it through for Munden. Munden dropping it back. McQueen will grab it. McQueen trying to get a shot on there, and it's covered up. Jared Serhando on his A game. Draw here in the weak zone. Subs now really trying to get one up here. They've had the chances, but Jared Serhando won't let them by. Into the corner now. Trying to play this one up. Paplinski will pinch in for it, take a shot on. That one goes wide. McPhee trying to keep it past as McIntosh gives him a hard time there. Now Ryan has it. A shot on. Blocked in front. It'll go to the corner. Played back. Paplinski trying to get there. McPhee a shot. Gloved up. Jared Serhando. And McCachran not feeling well. I'm not sure what happened there. This one will be set back up in the weak zone. Draw here. One back by the Weeks. The Subs try and push for it. McCachran in the corner. Being held there by Sparks. As that gets around for Sim. Sim flips it up high. Trying to get it up. Flip back through. Conlon couldn't get there. Henry keeps him away. And Duffy goes down there. And McCachran's going to get a penalty. Weeks not happy about this one. As the Subs will finish off this second period on the power play. a chance to get on the board and cut the Weeks lead in half. And if nothing transpires here, they'll have 37 seconds to start off in the third period on the power play. Or wait, 47 seconds. My bad. Oh, is it? I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. As that's thrown down there into the Soob zone. Will Cole. Henry moving that one through. Sparks back for Henry. Now he'll pick up the speed. Hand it off for Munden. Munden to Henry. Henry will go back up to the line. Hands it off for Munden. Back to Henry. A shot on. And they score! The Soobs cut the Weeks lead in half. And make this one 2-1 on the power play. A big snipe from the blue line there. Serhando screened in front. Couldn't get eyes on it at all. Ben Henry. A big goal for the Soobs. 2-1 now. And the Weeks win that one back. Ryan will try and beat McKenzie there. McKenzie tries to tie him up. Kidd playing it up. Taken back by Tremblay. He'll fire that one over. Paplinski crosses red and he'll dump it in. McKenzie picking it up in the corner. Weeks flipping that one out to the neutral. Kidd couldn't grab it there. Henry pokes it by. Getting it in for Brian. And that'll be offside with 10.4 seconds left to go. Croft and Tremblay exchanging some words there. Croft gives Tremblay a nudge of encouragement. Gotta love it. As this one is a battle for it off the dot. Croft getting it back. As that's moved up. Kidd hammered there, and now we're going to get a penalty against the Soobs. Right at the end of the period. Kidd trying to keep his cool. Maybe. Cole Thompson will keep him to the side here. I didn't catch who laid the hit there, but now it looks like the Weeks will head into the third period with exactly a 2-minute power play as they try and regain that 2-goal lead. Paplinski and Sullivan having a talk with the referee. Frazier now going in to have a look at the situation, I suppose.
Shots on goal in the second period by Steele, Subarus 11 for a 2-period total of 24, by the Weeks Rangers 19 for a 2-period total of 27.
Team still talking things over here. So it'll be McQueen going to the box here for boarding, I believe. Both teams will now fully head back to their locker rooms. Third period, folks, starts in 14 minutes. Will the Weeks keep their lead here or even maybe extend it? Or will the Soobs come back and battle for that Game 7? We'll find out here in just a short moment on High Button Sports. Folks, welcome back. This is it, the third period. It will all come down to this. Whether we will see a Game 7 or if we will see the Weeks move on to the finals. The Phil Herrick Cup for 2026. What a game it has been so far. Late into the second period there, Ben Henry throwing in the first one for the Subs. Earlier before that, we had Cohen Tanner tap in a little rebound there for the Weeks to get their second goal. And Nick McKenzie opened up the scoring here for the Weeks. So due to a little incident that happened after, or just before the period ended, McQueen is in the box for boarding. So Weeks will open up this third period with a 2-minute power play as they try and regain their 2-0 lead and move on to the finals. Puck drop for the third, about to be underway. Let's talk things over here. And here we go. Subs win this one straight back. Pushing through is Croft. Battle for it right in front of the Steele Subaru bench. Burcham feeding that one over to McKenzie. McKenzie getting it back for Burcham. Burcham along the boards here. He'll cut into the corner. Circle back. He'll feed it up to Kidd at the line. Kidd going in now. Shot on! And that one hits off the crossbar and stays out. McKenzie controlling the rebound. Plays it in deep. Croft. Flips it over to Kidd. Kidd with it. Flips it back to Burcham. Burcham fans on the pass there, but gets it to Kidd. Kidd in the slot. A shot blocked in front. And now Brian grabs it. And he'll clear it down the length of the ice there. And the Subs will get a change in, as well as the Weeks. Cameron has this one. He'll bring it into the neutral. Jack Cameron flipping it in. Still after it in the corner. It's up to the line, and Williams couldn't keep it in. It sneaks past him. Back down the ice here. Tremblay on his tail. Williams regaining possession here. He'll move in to the Sub zone. Circling around. Williams back up to Cameron. Cameron, Sim, feeding Cameron, walking in. He'll circle around the back of the net. Up for Williams, a shot on, and it stays out. Will Cole. .18 left in the period and 18 seconds left to go on the Weeks power play, excuse me. One back there, but they'll have to redo it. And it's one back by the Subs. Henry trying to clear that one down, and he will. As it goes the length of the ice. Serhando has it behind his net. Hands it off for Cameron, and it's tipped in there by Conlon. Henry picking it up. And we're back to 5-on-5 play here as McQueen comes firing out of the box. McQueen with it. And that one sneaks back out to the neutral. Frazier trying to get there, but McQueen plays it over to Duffy. Duffy firing it in for McCachran. McCachran feeding Frazier. Frazier off the boards trying to get it through to Conlon. And a big hit there in front. That'll get the crowd going. Well, the Bombers mostly. They have cowbells over there. Good to see the Bombers showing up and showing their support. Gotta love it. Both teams will get a change here, and we'll line up just outside the Sub zone. Weeks win it back here. McCackron crossing red. He'll dump it in. As that fires around McPhee. McPhee trying to feed it up. Goes back to the neutral. Sullivan throwing that over. Ryan feeding it to Tremblay, who will dump that in. Serhando settles it down behind the net. McCackron with it. He'll get this one and flip it up high. And that'll be a Weeks icing here. So we'll head back down to their zone. And Subs will get an offensive draw here. Draw to the right of Jared Serhando. McCackron playing it over. Sullivan firing that one down. Pugsley couldn't reach that one. Went behind his back there. But it's kept in. What a jump there from White. McLean regains possession for the Subs. Pass went a little off there, so Smith will dump it in. As that one goes back into the weak zone. McCackron skating this one into the neutral. He'll cross red and dump it in. Sue's with it, breaking it out. Flipped up high by McDonald. Taken back by Williams. As he moves it over. McKenzie firing that one in. It's tipped by Croft as it goes high and out of play. Draw here will be just outside the Weeks zone. Shots 28-24 in the Weeks' favor. Still pretty even there. And the score is, well, as even as it can get without being tied. This is a close game. Munden throws that one down for a Subs icing. Draw here in the Subs zone. Kidd trying to fight for this one. They'll go into the corner, battling for it. Playing it over. McKenzie taking that on the backhand. He'll dump it into the corner. Played around. Croft will get there. Moves it to Williams. Quick pass over to McKenzie with the shot on. Blocked. Kidd back to McKenzie. Back to Kidd. Back up to McKenzie. He'll feed Williams. A shot on. And that one goes right into the glove there of Will Cole. Draw here in the Subs zone. One back by the Subs. Scotland throwing it around. Cameron flipping that in off the glass. Scotland's back for it. Trying to get this one out for the Subs here. He'll hold Sim against the boards. Conlon in there as well. This one's at a standstill. Still in there. Scotland gets it. Now he'll bring it the other way. Trying to get it to Sparks. Gets through. Sparks trying to beat Cameron to it. But Cameron gets that one around. They'll collide in the boards. Burgess grabbing that one right back. He'll dump it into the weak zone. Cameron flipping it back to Bircham, who misplays that one. Now McDonald will get his stick in there. Sim takes it off him. To Pugsley. Pugsley back for Ewan Sim as he feeds Bircham. Bertram flips that one high and in. Frazier will chase after it, but Henry gets there first. Then Henry moving that one. Tipped there. Burgess dumping it in for the Subs. Serhando flipping it to Sullivan. Sullivan. So they try and break this one out. Flipped in there by McCachran. McIntosh getting in there. Hands it off for White. Subs have it now, but it's kept in by Sullivan. Pugsley along the boards here. That pass goes a little off. Sullivan will throw it right back in, but the Weeks will have to regroup in the neutral. Kaplinski looking for a stretch pass. He'll flip it up high. And that one goes right down to the, whoa, risky play there. I'm not sure what's happening here. Kaplinski talking with the referee. So we'll line up just outside the weak zone. Push through there by Smith, who tries to get a stick on. Williams has it. Williams firing it through. Cohen Tanner couldn't reach it. And that'll be icing there against the Weeks. Or no, they'll take back their call, so we'll line up at center. Kidd wins it back there. From McKenzie to Williams. Williams firing it through. No icing here as it was tipped. Into the corner. Kidd putting on pressure here. McDonald trying to get his stick in the way. It's up for McKenzie to Williams. A shot on. Tipped wide. Tanner almost had a chance at the rebound. Down in behind the net. Duffy with it. He'll move that one to Smith. Smith back for McKenzie. McKenzie with it still. Has Smith on his tail. He'll circle around, give it to Croft. Back for McKenzie. Now he'll push through to the neutral. Nick McKenzie trying to flip this one in. Tanner gets there and puts it back behind Cole. Weeks will go off for a change. Smith has it. Trying to feed this one out. Scotland. Cut through into the neutral. He'll circle back. Let his guys get some time on the bench. He fires that down. A nice pass to Munden. Munden trying to work past Bertram. Bertram shuts him down and chucks this one the other way. Conlon in the corner. Beats the race there. Conlon trying to play it up. But it's taken there by Munden. A good defensive play. 3-on-2 for the Subs. Carver in. A shot. Covered up there by Jared Serhando. So the draw here back in the weak zone. We're almost to the halfway point of this period. Shots 30-25 in the Weeks' favor. Subs only down by 1. As the Weeks win this draw back. McCachran moving it to Pugsley. Pugsley flipped up, intercepted. Munden couldn't get the shot off there. Shut down by McCachran. It's back for Munden again. He'll play it into the corner. Carver racing for it. As that's moved around. White trying to get there. Sullivan getting his body in there as well. Taken by Carver. He'll curl in, excuse me. Now Pugsley brings it out to the neutral. Back down into the Subs zone. McPhee throws that one back for Kaplinski. He gets a stretch pass through, but it's intercepted. McIntosh bring it in now. A shot on, blocked in front. As that one flips back, Munden with it. Trying to work his way in. Munden's in. A nice move, a shot, and a block there by White to keep that one out of the danger zone. McKenzie now going the other way. He already has one in this game. Duffy working through, shut down there by Williams. Ryan with it, trying to throw it in. Williams in the corner, trying to beat Brian there. Kid there to help out as well. He's taken down. Weeks bringing it out the other way. It's kept in. Tremblay over to Brian. A shot on. That one goes wide. Brian on the boards. Another shot. Rebounds alive. And Kidd takes it the other way. Avoids the hit there. Nathan Kidd working in. A toe drag. A shot. And he scores. What a goal. Nathan Kidd. What a goal. The toe drag release, throwing it right past Will Cole. He'll make it 3-1 for the Weeks. Nathan Kidd. Weeks go up 3-1 with 10:14 left to go here. And now Frazier pushing through. Frazier, shot on. That hits off the post. Scotland controlling this one for the Subs. He'll flip it up high. And that'll be a hand pass against Ewan Sim of the Weeks.
That's Kidd from Croft at 9:46.
Draw here just outside the weak zone. Exactly 10 minutes left to go. One back by the Subs. Scotland trying to work his way in. He'll dump it on the backhand. McCackern back around, feeding it to Conlon. Kept in by Henry. Or no, excuse me, it wasn't. Burgess will have to cut back. Weeks with it. McCackern trying to skate by. He'll collide there with Sparks. It's back for Henry to Scotland. He'll fire it down. As the Weeks have possession now, taken right back by McQueen. He dumps that one in. McCackern in the corner, being held there by Burgess. It's back over for McCackern. Poked away there. He's taken down. McQueen, Tremblay in. McQueen, a shot. And it's off the shoulder of Serhando. He'll cover it up here. What a save. And Sim is pushed down there. He's not feeling good. It seems like McQueen might have pushed him. I didn't fully see it. So the medic will come out here and check on Ewan Sim. McQueen will head to the box for the second time this game. Tyler Sullivan having a talk with John Sim on the bench here. Ewan Sim back up and all right. Good to see for the Weeks. A couple of the players will talk things over there in front of the penalty box. So now McQueen looks like he'll be leaving the game. The place here will go crazy. Ryder McQueen exits this one.
What did you
So now McLean will head back there into the box to serve McQueen's penalty. And it looks like McQueen will get a 5-minute here. With only 9:10 left in the game. This could be detrimental, excuse me, to the Subs here. So 5-on-4 for 5 minutes for the Weeks as they try and kill the last 9 minutes here. Subs looking to beat this penalty off and get back to 5-on-5 and try and score a couple quick ones before the end of the game. Subs in a tough situation, but they've been here before. And they know they can get out of it. We'll see what happens here. The puck is dropped and it goes way back down into the weak zone. Risky play by Serhando there. He keeps it. Calling Smith's bluff. Now Bertram has it. Getting through to the neutral. Passing it over. Tanner. Flipping that one in behind the net. Bertram. Plays it back. Tanner. Up to the line. Kidd. Looking for an option. Quick pass over to McKenzie. McKenzie. Bertram back to McKenzie, who's getting some pressure from Duffy. It's played back up. Bertram with the shot on. And a big pad save there from Cole. McKenzie playing it. Croft. A shot. Tipped wide. Tanner will pick it up in the corner. Tanner getting some help from Croft. They'll play it back. Bertram to Kidd. Kidd walking in a shot. That one goes high. Back up for Bertram in deep. McKenzie walking the boards. He'll stop and feed Bertram. Another shot on. And it's covered up there by Will Cole. Another big save for the Subs goaltender. We'll have another draw here in the Subs zone. 3:51 left to go. And the Subs clear it down thanks to Ben Henry, who has the lone goal for the Subs here thus far. Drop back for Jack Cameron. He'll skate it through. Nice feed up to Ethan Frazier. A shot in. And they can't tip that one in. What a chance there for Williams. It'll stay in the Subs zone. Frazier in front. Rebound was right there. Nobody got their hands on it. Brian pushing it through. Jack Cameron flipping it in for Frazier again. Frazier trying to saucer it to Conlon. He'll pick it up. And that one stays to the outside. Cameron with it. Feeding that one back in. Ewan Sim. A shot. Stays out there. Another big save for Cole. In the corner. Scotland has it now. He'll try and kill this one. And he's going to get a stick to the face here. We're going to get a penalty against the Weeks. Scotland feeling around. Ewan Sim got the stick up there and unfortunately hit Scotland. Seems to be in the mouth. Hopefully he's not bleeding here, but very well could be. Seems to be good to go. He'll jump right back on the bench. So now 4-on-4 play for 2 minutes here. This could be a game changer for the Subs in their comeback here. Peplinski. Shot on, goes just wide there. McDonald to Duffy. Back for Peplinski. Back to Duffy. He'll hold it at the line, giving it over. Intercepted there by McIntosh. White trying to get to it. And McIntosh tips that one out to the neutral. Duffy has this one. He'll drop it for Peplinski at the line. Shot on there, and he scores! Paplinski makes it 3-2 for the Subs. What a goal there. The Subs needed that one. They now just trail by 1 with 6:30 left to go. Now we really have a game here, folks. Weeks only up by 1 with 6 minutes left to go here. Williams moving it. Croft trying to flip it over to Kidd. Kidd's in again. A shot on. And it's saved by Will Cole. That's a big one. That might be the biggest save he's made tonight. And now Kidd will get ragdolled there by Henry. There'll be no calls on this play, however. Draw here in the Soup zone. Back to the line, Croft, a quick one, blocked in front. Kidd intercepting, taken right back by Ryan there. Flipping it to Brian. Brian getting it through for McQueen. Or excuse me, Ryan. Ryan cutting around McKenzie. He's in, a shot. And a shoulder save there from Sorhando. Now Weeks the other way. Croft to Kidd. Kidd has some speed. A shot on. And a big pad save there. McKenzie picks up the rebound. McKenzie playing it back for Kidd in the corner. Kidd a shot on, blocked there by Henry. McPhee playing it around. Max Bryan will get it. And the Subs will break out to the neutral. Bryan flipping that one back, or at least he tried to. He'll recover as he gets it back for Henry. Croft intercepts. He has it now. Croft in as he tries to feed it to, Conlon. Duffy picks it up for the Subs. Moving it around to Tremblay. Tremblay and Breen working their way in. Tremblay will cut back. Gives it to Bryan, Now Conlon takes it. Conlon to Frazier. 3-on-2 for the Weeks. Frazier's in. A shot on there. And I don't know where the puck is. It'll stay out. Both Will Cole and Jared Sorhando have been absolutely incredible in this game. They both have, an outstanding number of saves, and big ones at that, let alone the number of saves they have. They come in clutch in the big moments. Like Will Cole just did moments ago, you got a good goalie. Scotland working his way in now. He'll cut back to the line as he plays it over. Paplinski, who got the last one, plays it over, and Munden couldn't get the shot off there. Now Weeks the other way. Jack Cameron crossing red. He'll bring this one in, feeds it to Frazier, passes a little too far ahead. As that's played around, Cameron will pinch in for it, flips that up high, Ewan Sim. Shot on. Goes wide there. As we are back to 5-on-4 here for the Weeks, just 25 seconds left on that. Conlon couldn't get his stick on it, and that's fired down there onto Sorhando with 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in play. Played in, Frazier racing for it. Henry will get there first. Frazier lays the body. And it's poked out. Carver racing for it. Trying to beat Williams. They'll get held into the boards. Bryan with it. He'll dump that one in. It's back for McCachran. Sullivan with it. Flipping that one out. Duffy's there. Sim uses his body to get it out to the neutral. McLean over to Ryan, who tries to dump that one in. It'll go for McCachran. Circling in his own zone. Griffin McCachran crosses red. He'll dump that in. Cole out of the net to settle that one down. He'll make a pass. Ryan over. Burgess couldn't get his stick on it. And it's back. Ryan skating in. A shot there. And that goes just wide. McPhee, another shot tipped up. And what a save from Sorhando to track that one down. Just 3 minutes and 27 seconds left here. Shots 36-30. Weeks lead 3-2. What a close game. The Subs will set up for an offensive zone draw here. One back by the Weeks as they try and flip this one out. McPhee grabs it in the neutral. McPhee flipping it to Burgess. Burgess crossing red, he'll dump that one in. Sorhando back around, Cameron couldn't get the pass there. Sparks will take it behind the net. Sparks trying to feed it in front. Taken back by McIntosh, who flips it out to the neutral. McPhee sends that one into the weak zone. Sorhando settles it down, moves it to Bircham. Bircham to McIntosh on the boards. And McPhee can't keep it in. White's racing for it. Paplinski gets there first. Sparks trying to push by. It's back for Paplinski in the neutral. He'll dump that one in. Cameron, a nice move there. He'll gain possession for the Weeks. Flips it off the glass. And McPhee will take it back into his own end here. 2:30 left to go. McPhee throwing that one over to Tremblay. And McCachran fires it right back down there. Frazier racing for it. He can't beat the icing. Paplinski gets there. So we'll go back to the weak zone to set up. I'd imagine we'll see Cole here in due time racing for the bench. I'm surprised that they don't have him coming right now. But he will set up outside of the crease. Draw here. One back by the Weeks, Sullivan. McCachran trying to push it by. It's up to the line. A quick shot on and a stick save. Sullivan trying to clear this one out. Kidd playing it over to Frazier. Back to Kidd. Kidd working in. Trying to skate his way around Scotland. He throws it in front. Croft with a shot. And Will Cole, another couple big saves. Tremblay feeding it in for Brian. A nice move there, but it's blocked in front. What a dive from McCachran. Who is that who made contact with the net there? It's Nathan Kidd. He'll take his time getting up. A minute 46 left in this game, folks. Shots 37-31 in the Weeks' favor. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Subs are calling this one as they do have the empty net now.
Timeout, Subarus.
I think coming into this game, we all expected it to be this close, as these two teams have been battling it out for the past 2 weeks here. So they talk things over. And that'll be it for the timeout. As we go back down to set up in the weak zone, it's 6-on-5 for the Subs, looking to tie things up and send this to overtime, where they have a chance to take it back to their home barn for Game 7. The Weeks trying to kill it off and head to the finals here. Frazier trying to clear this one down. A shot on there, gloved up by Sorhando. They'll set back up here to the right of Sorhando. Brian taking the draw against Frazier. Brian wins a clean back, but it goes a little too far. McPhee back for it. White trying to keep the pressure on here. McPhee hands that one off for Paplinski. A minute 20 left to go. Crosses red, Paplinski dumps it in there. Sullivan back for it. He'll try and fire this one around. McPhee couldn't keep that one in. It's back into the Subs zone. Ryan retrieves it. Back for McPhee. McPhee feeding it to Paplinski, who got the weaker Subs second goal, McCachran firing it around. Frazier is away in the neutral. Bounced a little too far ahead of him. A great recovery from Tremblay. We are under a minute left to go here, folks. 50 seconds. McCachran playing it around for Sullivan. Munden trying to battle for it here. And a few bodies will go down. It's in front. Ryan with a quick shot. And a big pad save there from Serhando. It'll legs it out to the neutral. McPhee drops it for Munden. Munden walking in across the blue line. Hit off that one by McCachran. Sullivan in the corner trying to kill this one. McCachran in there as well. Munden looking for a hand pass call, and he'll get it with just 17.7 seconds left. McCachran slow to get up here. "17 seconds left to go here, folks. Will the Subs tie it up, or will the Weeks keep their lead and go to the final? It'll all be decided right here. And we'll have to redo the draw here. And here we go. Subs win it back. Paplinski at the line, a shot blocked in front. And that one hits the netting. We'll have to redraw here. "13.3 seconds. Ryan taking the draw here against Fraser. Battle for it at the dot. Munden gets it back up to the line. McPhee, 7 seconds. Shot on there. Hits the body in front. White clears it. And the Weeks are headed to the Phil Herrick Cup Finals. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What a game from the Weeks Majors. They'll take this one 3-2. Coaching staff will head out to celebrate. The lineup at center here, Paplinski, of course, at the center. That is why he is captain. Paplinski came back after an injury here midway through the Subs Week series. What a great effort from the Subs. They had a fantastic regular season. Came into the playoffs raring to go. What a series this was. An incredible performance from Will Cole in between the pipes for the Subs, as well as Jared Serhando in there for the Weeks. I can't say it enough, those two goalies are absolutely fantastic. By far two of the best in the league. So Weeks head to the finals. Not sure when game one, will be underway, but we will find out in due time here in the next few days as they schedule that one. There you have it, folks. Weeks are heading to the finals as they take the series 4-2 and win this game 3-2 against the Steele Subaru. Final shots 37-32. Thank you for joining us at High Button Sports for this matchup. And we'll see you soon for the Phil Herrick Cup.